Today on MUFC Pulse, we'll dive into some incredibly intriguing news. Man United have set a high price for Bayern Munich's target, while FIFA have stepped in to handle the VAR investigation for Everton versus Man United. For more on the story, check out the video. We also have some equally exciting football news coming up, so stay tuned until the end to catch it all. Welcome to MUFC Pulse. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell for more updates. Man United set £40 million asking price for Bayern Munich target. Manchester United manager Ruben Amorim may be occupied with salvaging his side's struggling campaign, yet he remains mindful of the club's potential transfer dealings in the upcoming summer window. The Portuguese tactician is expected to oversee significant changes at Old Trafford as he looks to reshape his squad ahead of the next season. One of the biggest talking points is Marcus Rashford's future, with the England international currently on loan at Aston Villa following a falling out with Amorim. The forward has hit the ground running at Villa Park, registering 2 assists in the Villains' dramatic 2-1 victory over Chelsea on Saturday evening. His impressive performances could spark interest from Europe's elite clubs once the season concludes. Reports from Spain suggest that Bayern Munich are keen on acquiring Rashford's services and are prepared to lodge a £40 million bid for the winger. The Bundesliga Giants' sporting director, Christoph Freund, is believed to be leading negotiations, with Bayern said to be going all in to secure the player, who remains contracted to Manchester United. Operating off the left flank, Rashford played a crucial role against Chelsea, creating 3 chances while maintaining a 94% pass completion rate. The 27-year-old also recorded 5 touches inside the opposition's penalty area, underlining his attacking threat. With his confidence seemingly restored after a turbulent first half of the season at United, Rashford's resurgence could provide the Red Devils with an opportunity to maximize his market value. With the club desperate to return to a position where they can compete for silverware on a consistent basis, cashing in on Rashford at the right price might be a logical move in their long-term rebuild. FIFA intervenes in investigation of Everton versus Manchester United match. The Football Association, or FA, initially launched an inquiry into the Everton versus Manchester United match, and the case has now escalated to the international stage with FIFA's involvement. The fixture, which ended in a 2-2 draw at Goodison Park, has drawn attention not for the performances of either club, but due to alleged officiating errors. The main incident that sparked controversy was the overturning of a late penalty decision for Everton by VAR. This ruling immediately provoked strong protests from fans and pundits alike, with many questioning the integrity of the decision-making process. In response, the FA swiftly took action to investigate what had transpired behind the scenes. From the outset, the FA emphasized that the investigation was not directed at Everton or Manchester United as clubs. Instead, the focus was squarely on the on-field officials and the VAR team responsible for the match. Initial reports suggested inconsistencies in communication between the referee and the VAR room, which became the key trigger for the inquiry. As the investigation progressed, further evidence emerged, complicating the situation. Allegations of unprofessional conduct by the VAR team, including the possibility of procedural violations, led the FA to seek assistance from FIFA. The World Football Governing Body has now stepped in to ensure the case is handled with due diligence. FIFA officially announced its involvement, stating that it would conduct a thorough review of the match officials' actions. This is not about the clubs, but about upholding the integrity of officiating on the pitch. Should any breaches be found, the individuals responsible will face the consequences, FIFA declared. The match referee and VAR officials who oversaw the game are now under intense scrutiny. Although their identities have not been publicly disclosed, they could face severe disciplinary measures. Potential sanctions include temporary suspensions, the revocation of officiating licenses, or even permanent bans if serious misconduct is proven. Meanwhile, Everton and Manchester United remain unaffected by any allegations. Both clubs continue to focus on their Premier League campaigns without the threat of penalties, leaving the matter entirely in the hands of the FA and FIFA. Supporters of both sides appear relieved, though they remain watchful as the investigation unfolds. The footballing world has now begun to voice concerns. Many are questioning the effectiveness of VAR and the immense pressure placed on referees in high-stakes situations. Former officials have also spoken out, describing the case as a crucial lesson for match referees to perform their duties with utmost responsibility. With FIFA leading the investigation, the football community eagerly awaits a final verdict that could have far-reaching consequences for the officials involved. The outcome of this process will not only shape their careers, but could also influence future policies surrounding the use of VAR technology. All eyes are now on FIFA's next move. What are your thoughts on this investigation? Do you believe the standard of refereeing in the Premier League should be called into question in terms of fairness? And if a similar incident were to happen in favor of Manchester United, would you be willing to accept it? Share your statement in the comments below. Manchester United injury update ahead of Ipswich Town clash. Manchester United will be aiming to return to winning ways when they host Ipswich Town in the Premier League on Wednesday night. The Red Devils are struggling in 15th place, having collected just 30 points from 26 matches. Their position remains precarious, as they are only ahead of West Ham United on goal difference. A victory at Old Trafford is crucial to improving their league standing. Recent form in the league has been far from encouraging for United. They have failed to secure a victory in their last 3 matches, adding to the challenge for newly appointed manager Ruben Amorim. The Portuguese coach is expected to bring about a much-needed transformation. However, his task is far from straightforward, given the team's inconsistency and injury issues. Ahead of the clash against Ipswich Town, Amorim is hoping for an improved performance from his squad. This fixture presents a vital opportunity for United to get back on track and climb the table. However, the manager has been dealt a fresh setback with yet another injury concern in the squad. Several key players remain sidelined, further complicating his selection options. Nasser Mazraoui suffered a knee injury during the away match against Everton. The Moroccan fullback was forced off in the second half after feeling discomfort in his knee. He is now set to undergo medical tests today to assess the extent of the problem. His availability for the Ipswich game remains in doubt, which could weaken United's defensive stability. Luke Shaw is another key absentee for Manchester United. The left back has been sidelined with a muscle injury for some time and has yet to regain full fitness. His absence has been a significant blow for the team, given his experience and defensive reliability. United have struggled to find a consistent replacement in his position. In midfield, young talent Kobbie Mainoo is also unavailable due to a hamstring injury. The 19-year-old has missed several recent matches, and his absence has been felt keenly. He has played an instrumental role for United this season, providing energy and composure in the center of the park. His return is highly anticipated, but the club remains cautious about rushing him back. Defensive issues continue to mount, as Lisandro Martinez is also struggling with a back problem. The Argentine center-back picked up the injury following an aerial duel in the previous match. His condition is being closely monitored, and his availability remains uncertain. Losing him would further destabilize United's already fragile backline. Further up the pitch, Mason Mount remains out of action with a thigh injury. The former Chelsea midfielder has been sidelined for several weeks, hampering United's creative options in midfield. His prolonged absence has been frustrating, as he was expected to be a key figure under Amorim. The manager will need to rely on alternative options to fill the void. Meanwhile, Amad Diallo is another name on the injury list, with the winger recovering from an ankle problem sustained in training. The young forward is still undergoing rehabilitation and will not be fit in time for the Ipswich fixture. With so many players unavailable, Amorim faces a selection dilemma. He must now find the right tactical approach to secure a much-needed victory at home. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comment your opinion.